Hello, collective. Welcome to the Power of Three and me. My name's Amber. If this is your first time, and if you're returning, and I hope you are, this is a part two to Gus Lamont. Um, and really, what this is about is just to close out more solidly the first one that we did because that particular reading, I didn't really pick up anything humanly criminal, we'll call it. But I still wanted to do a part two, just for closure. What we're going to be looking at in this is just, the future for the family and what their future is, because they're going to be dealing with this for the rest of their lives. And, whether they will ever get any sort of closure at all, probably not, but we'll see what comes out, okay? So if you haven't watched the first one on Gus Lamont, go ahead to the Power of Three and Me, and um, it's a feature video right now, and watch it and then check this one out if you so choose. Let's see what comes out now to close this out for Gus Lamont. It's March 2026, and this is like a part two. Yeah. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. A nice, you can't really start this out any better for our intentions in this reading, which is the future for the family. So, obviously heavy laden, obviously in that scenario. And we know that the parents were not together, but have kind of come together, or they did anyway. I haven't kept up on it or anything on that part, but um, through this tragedy, they have, you know, um, come together and they need rest. Um, the moonology is what we're using for the overall for Gus Lamont's family, really. Um, mainly parents. When he disappeared, he was on at his grandparents' house. So um, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. And I think that this is like with this coming to me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. I really pick up that they are, holding each other up through this, which is a good thing. It's just not for a good reason, but it's still a good thing. And, you know, talking to each other, sharing your feelings, sharing those bad days, those bad moments when you feel like you can't go on. Um, yeah, I had a feeling this is all right. Supporting energy is coming from this is called the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. That's what the box looks like. And it's like it's a tarot oracle deck. So for Gus Lamont's parents and family, and their future, and this part two, supporting energy, please. It's the ten of Pentacles, but it's called the Ten of Abundance in this deck. Heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. Hmm, Get that up there closer so you can see. So far, I mean, again, the reason why we're asking this is not good, but so far it's peaceful and it's restful, and I just feel like the family's sticking together and holding each other up through this tragedy and mystery, really. So in light of that, what I just said, we're using the biblical tarot for the main spread. For the closure and the future of Gus Lamont, his family, and parents in particular. Okay, two flipped over. The Two of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Ascending, getting away. I feel like they might be, uh, coming back together. It says when Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as himself. So, you know, I feel like they realize how much they love their son and they need to stick together in order to feel whole, perhaps. The Eight of Cups, after he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud hid him from their sight. You know what I'm getting from this? I think maybe one of them has had like something prophetic happen to them, where maybe they saw a sign and knew it was from their son, or they had a dream and saw him. That's what I think this is saying, and that they're just to move on and stick together and get through the rest of this life as best they can. One more, please. Queen of Swords. May you be blessed for your good judgment, for keeping me from bloodshed this day and from avenging myself with my own hands. See, again, I pick up on the parents and just how they've come together and they're holding each other up. Like the pain of losing a child, I can speak from experience. I lost my first born son. Uh, he was 8, going on 8, 7, going on 8. And he had a terrible accident when he was 20 months old. I can tell you, it's not an easy thing to get through. And I just feel like these two are holding each other up. One has a bad day and literally wants to just run screaming from the pain. We can't get away from it. Um, and they're literally just helping to try to heal each other day by day. When one's down, the other one holds them up. It's making me feel very. And I try to detach me and myself and anything that's happened to me because it's not about me or what happened, but I'm just saying that I can understand and relate because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how it happens. In a sense, in relevance to what I'm talking about, it's dealing with that awful pain and loss. And for me, I just try not to think about it because when I think about it, then I'm just dragging myself. You know what I mean? So why do that? It's not going to change anything. Blah blah blah. Let's see what's at the bottom. The Three of Cups. Again, this is all very nice energy. It's just when I just don't want isn't this great? Isn't this wonderful? Yes, it is great and wonderful how they're handling it and how it's turning out for them, but it's still not from good circumstances. And the master of the banquet tasted the water and had been turned and had, sorry, and the master of the banquet tasted the water that had been turned into wine. So, really, what I get from this, guys, is that they are trying to turn this horrid situation and at least not let it like they're learning from this loss somehow how much everybody around them means to them, including the mom and dad to each other, because again, they weren't together. So this is all very, very good energy, nice energy. Let's clarify with the DC tarot. So that's all the, superheroes, okay? Closing out this part two for Gus Lamont family. The parents, any closure for them, I don't know, just their future, and if at all, if there would be any closure for them in this horrible tragedy around that cute little boy of theirs. And a burden. The Two of Cups. This is clarifying the Two of Cups, a burden coming to an end. So maybe deep down they really didn't want to be apart, and they, it was this awful tragedy that ended up, bringing down all those barriers and fears that people have when they're separated and they don't know how the other one feels, and they're still focusing on whatever separated them to begin with, and blah blah blah. But that burden's coming to an end. Eight of Cups. Devil. I mean, don't forget this Eight of Cups. Like I said, I feel like there was a some sort of a sign or a dream or something, and whether it was trying to, I'm not sure it helped. It might have at first when I said it until this came out. So again, it may have been helpful, but now it's something else that they have to remember, and um, so you can't hear him. Hey, you stop that right now. Oh, he is bad. That's my child. Jackie, stop it. Sorry, guys. I just feel like on it was a blessing and a curse. Whatever sign they got. Hold on. I'm going to think. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, I feel like whatever the dream was, it was a blessing and a curse at the same time. If that makes any sense. It does to me, but the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. That's a lot. Wow. So we've got the Emperor, the Empress, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. That's here twice. So with all this out, I would say that with the, like, you've got the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I just feel like they both learned a lesson. They in a lot of things, like in their relationship is what I'm talking about, not where Gus is concerned, but in their relationship. And I feel like now they both have that same emotional um, loss, and that's for. See, what I'm picturing is this. See, the two cups on each side. So this is them together, and the two in the back each have that loss and emotion for losing their son and the pain. They both are suffering the same. Um, but there's, they are they're going to be fine financially. And the Emperor and the Empress here, I just feel like they may have been separated, but they really do belong together. Um, Bottom of this deck, yeah, and this is nice to see. The Star card. The Star is about healing, and that's That's our intention here for this reading for them and this horrible tragedy. We're getting the advice from I'll show you the box. It's called the Tarot of the Cloisters. And it's like a round deck. It's about that size too. It's not a huge deck. But the reason why it seems significant, I feel, is because it's like stained glass, like pictures. And stained glass is like little pieces of broken glass put together to make something beautiful. Now I see the symbolism more so. I kind of picked up on it when the deck was pulled for the reading, but I really, it's very, very symbolic to this whole reading for them. Let's get the advice on communication is key, new moon and Gemini. Hangman. The hangman is upside down because he has a reverse view of things and he's trying to get a perspective on how things are now. Things have changed. This is about enlightenment, um, pausing, resting. Okay, that fell. The magician on the Ten of Wands with the Two of Cups. It was manifested through this tragedy. It was never anybody's intention for anything to turn out like this, even though that's what has come out of this tragedy. The parents being brought back together. The devil under the Eight of Cups, please. Three of Wands. They can't go back. They can only look forward. They can only wait for the next wave of life to come at them and live it the best they can and stick together and do the best they can do. It's good that they're going to have good days and bad days. But all in all, that's what I get off that Three of Wands. It's very different, that you can't go back. Because, and that's the attitude of the Three of Wands. The decision has been made. They must move forward, right? They must wait until whatever it is that the universe has planned for them in the future. Whether, maybe they're going to move, maybe, who knows? But there's abundance here twice. So I really feel like they just might be, finding a place to come back together and just keep building their family. And like, in also kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like remembrance of Gus, because they both loved him so much. So why wouldn't you take that love and just throw it into the rest of the family? It's all you can do, right? Let's get one on this big pile here. Okay, one fell out. See, Wheel of Fortune. This is for the Four of Cups, and this big pile of the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups and the Emperor and the Empress. I told you, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is on their side. Okay, they didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion. That's what came out in the first reading. Um, and I didn't think they would get any closure, but I think that they have. One of them had or maybe both of them. Maybe they were together, but probably one of them had. Or no, maybe it was both of them because there's a crowd of people under there. So that indicates that more than one person saw it. Like here, see, there's like a whole crowd of people there. So maybe they did see this sign. Like maybe they saw something strange and they were out walking or they were whatever. And they both had the exact same thought at the exact same time. And even though it was a blessing, at the moment. It might be one of those things where they think about it again and then it makes them fall apart. But they're glad it happened. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Bottom of this deck, can't make this shit up. Six of Cups, the past. Three of Wands. You can't go back. You can't bring them back. You can't go to the past and you just pick them up that day and hold on to them. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't do it. I wish you could, but you can't. All right. Now, oddly enough, let- we're gonna grab one card to close this whole thing out. Now, um, looking at the family's future, which is it's good with the messy truth. I know it's a brand new deck too. We've only used it once, and it's really designed for main spreads here at the Power of Three. But for this, it's what it was pulled. That's what the pull for the closer. So let's see what comes out to close this out for Gus Lamont's parents and family and their future. Please close this out safely and give the collective the message to go with this reading to close out this future for this family. This wasn't love. Fantasy craft, truth exposed, done hoping. Like I say, when it comes to like this wasn't love, it, it's this is speaking in volumes to everything. Everything that was, everything that happened, everything that is now. But yet, you see what I'm saying? But yet they have this sadness. They're tied back together. They belong together, but they had to come back together through this tragedy. So, it's just, it's almost like you know, they're done hoping that they will ever see their son again. They have to move on. And it's just one of those catch 22s. They're never going to be able to forget him or what happened. And, there's always going to be this horrible hole, empty space. And it's sad. Guys, I'm just going to leave it there. Um, I hope that you found this as well. I hope that you saw this the same way I did. Best you can do, right? But as far as this channel is concerned, anything that this is all free. Everything. My time, these decks. Nobody's bought these decks for me except my family and me. I don't ask the collector for anything except hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. Share the video even. Anything that you know can be done to promote a video and get it out there for more views is wonderful. Now, if you are a fire sign, I want to say thank you because you guys did awesome this month. So I'm thinking I'm going to do readings for the fire signs and thank you for your video hitting like 60 over 60 views. I am so thankful to the fire signs this month of March. Um, that you can look for that later if you are a fire sign. If you're a cross watcher, absolutely. But the reason that I'm saying that and kind of, yes, the other three signs now feel left out, but that's because you guys didn't come anywhere close to that number, not even close to 50. Um, so if you would like me to start reading your zodiac signs again individually, that's how you got to do it. You got to get your element reading up over 50 views, and then I will give you a muchly appreciated thank you video. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Take care of yourself. I don't know what missing or crime case we will do next. Um, we might even go back to the Nancy Guthrie one because there's been updates with that one, and from what I'm seeing, the son-in-law is the main suspect, which means that one of the daughters is involved, in my opinion. So, and that's what came out in the reading. So we might go ahead and leave in comments if you would like to see another one on Nancy Guthrie and an update on that. We could do that later on, but I'm going to do the fireside bonus first. So take care of yourself, guys, till I see you for all the ones that are coming up next. Bye for now.